Hello everybody. I thought I'm gonna try something different. First of all, because I've seen a lot of websites that has my biography in it, even though it's all complete lies and not true. That's why I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna talk about myself so that people finally know. I'm also gonna do makeup at the same time. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to focus on two things at once. We'll see. Let's start. Basically, I was born, I was born in Kazakhstan, okay? I know I say that I'm Russian, but I was born in Kazakhstan. It's a little bit complicated. I don't know the whole story too, why not? And honestly, I'm a kind of person, I don't ask questions at all. If you're gonna tell me to do something, I'm not really gonna question why, I'm just gonna do it. What do I do next as a makeup thing? Well, I guess we can start with my eyebrows. Basically, I was born in Kazakhstan, and I was living in Kazakhstan until I was 10 years old. That was the third grade. But before I moved to Germany, we can talk a little bit about this. I was not a girly girl. I was tomboyish, okay? I was a tomboy. By that I mean basically I liked only boy stuff. I didn't like girl stuff. And I also I was more around boys, right? But not really because I didn't like the girls. It was just we had different interests. But by that I mean, for example, when I was maybe 7, it was my 7th birthday, right? And I think my grandpa didn't really know what he needs to get me as my birthday present, and they thought, you know, I'm a girl, so I'm gonna give her a baby doll. You know those baby dolls that you need to feed and change their pants and because they shit themselves. Oh my god, I love me a toy which itself, and I need to clean it up. Teach children to take care of children. I'm gonna be honest, I was the type of a child. Even back then, I felt uncomfortable saying I don't like it, you know. So he gave me the doll, and I was so sad. But I still smiled. I was like, thank you. But my mom, she knew I hated it. She knew I hated the stuff. So I think maybe she told him afterwards that I did not like the toy, because afterwards I got a very, very cool robot dinosaur, okay? And for some reason, I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. I had an obsession with horses. I used to have a lot of posters on my wall with horses on them, ponies and horses. However, I never even touched a horse once in my life, but I thought they're cool, okay? You know, besides drawing, I used to do acrobatics, okay? That's something that my dad wanted me to do. I'm pretty sure he was like, you're gonna do sports. And I was like, okay. So I think pretty much when I was maybe 5, I already got signed up for acrobatics. So I would learn how to do the splits. I would I would do push-ups. I was really working, right? So, but I liked it. I kind of liked it. So I enjoyed it actually. I was very good at it. I was very proud of it too. Sadly, when I moved to Germany, I couldn't continue doing it because they didn't have the sport in my town. So there was no way for me to continue doing it. So did I mention skateboard before? I think I did. I also used to skateboard too a lot. I really enjoyed skateboarding. Yeah, skateboarding, my passion. But I think when we go back to the topic of art, people also say what inspired you to start drawing, and I'm like, pretty much I think everything around me inspired me to draw. I think also the cartoons that I used to watch back then, Cartoon Network and stuff like that. Actually, I think that's how I started to learn English, because back then our TV didn't really have a translator. So I would watch Courage the Cowardly Dog in English, right? Because they didn't have the translation for it. So I didn't understand what he was saying, but that's how you learn languages sometimes. You just listen, and one day you just kind of understand what they're saying. I would watch cartoons, and I would feel I want to do the same thing. I kind of wanted to have my own characters, and I would want to also to show people how cool my characters are. I was I want people to know how cool Nirami is. Nirami is my other OC, okay? Or how cool Martin is. Back then I didn't make them yet, but I knew I wanted to have characters that are very cool, okay? But yes, I forgot another topic that I didn't really properly talk about is the school. I only mentioned I was there until the 3rd grade, but obviously the schools are different there. Back then I used to hate the school uniform because it was just like a black and white school uniform, and you were not allowed to have your like open hair. You had to like put your hair together. You had to look formal every day, okay? I remember I hated it, but like that's because I wanted to look cool, okay? I know if I had like this mindset back then, I would have slayed every day. I would have made like such an amazing outfits every day. So yeah, and when I was a child I loved the color blue, so I would wear blue. The schools were like strict. Basically you were not allowed to run. Like you would have like children who had shifts. Basically they would stand like in the hallways and they're like a police, okay? So they're like watching so that everything is under control, okay? So that nobody does something bad and that nobody runs around, because as I said, if you start running around, they would tell you to stop, okay? And if you don't stop, they're gonna tell the teacher and then you're gonna be in trouble. I don't remember if I had a favorite class actually that I would go to. I think I actually hated every single one of them. Probably one of my favorite classes were like art and sports. I didn't tell you about my kindergarten, right? It was actually nice. Obviously kindergarten's nice. You go there, you know, you come to the kindergarten, you get to play with toys. And I remember, not specifically, but do you remember like those old toys, you know? I think one of my favorite parts was also food, when they gave us food. I was always kind of excited for food. That was like my favorite part of the day. Well, obviously not the ones that I didn't like eating. I don't know if I made this up or not. I think maybe I made this up. So they made us eat porridge and I completely hated porridge, okay? I didn't want to eat it. So basically they would tell the children that were done eating to get up and go play. But like if you were not done eating, they would force you to still sit there and eat it. I didn't like it. I generally could not eat it. And then this part, I don't know if I made this up in my head or if it actually happened. And I think that they told the other kids to basically laugh at us because we're not like done with the food. I don't know if they wanted to gaslight like the children that did not eat into eating, you know, to avoid embarrassment, because like I don't know why they forced us to eat this, but I don't know, why would I make this up, you know? Like I was like, why would I make this up in kindergarten? Like for what reason, right? So I think they made fun of us because I didn't eat porridge. So and that's why I remember it, because it was so like embarrassing. It was so bad. Like why would you do this to a child? One thing my parents did not allow me to do, no, they didn't allow me a lot of things. I had like a very strict parents, okay? Like one thing for sure, I was not allowed to visit other children. Like I was not allowed to go into their homes, or like I was not allowed to invite like children over to my place. But honestly, looking back at how the parents of the other children behaved, kind of questionable, you know? So I kind of understand my parents, I think. However, I was not allowed to be outside by myself. So my mom would always go with me, you know? So my mom would always sit on a bench and just watch me play with other children. But as I said before, like I was more friends with the boys, you know, than the girls, because like, again, different type of interest. Like the girls would always like play with their Barbies. Like they would like always take all the Barbies outside, and then they would like all change clothes, you know, and like change like accessoires from the Barbies. They would like switch Barbies. And honestly, I did like that. I remember I liked the clothing of the Barbies, you know. I kind of liked it, but I still didn't have any interest at all to play with them. It just seemed boring to me. So that's why most of the time, like while the girls were playing with their Barbies, I was like playing football with the boys. But besides that, I would always like also just dress like more like a tomboy, you know, like cool. I wanted to be cool, you know. And I have to say, one of my inspirations to dress cool was Sonic, okay? I wanted to have okay, so I remember one time I went with my mom to go shopping because I needed new shoes. Bless my mother, bless her heart, because if I had a child, I would not do the same things, okay? We probably searched the whole, like it was a big shopping mall, and we looked through all of this, okay? We looked through all shoe places, and I still was not satisfied, because you know what type of shoes I wanted? Shadow the Hedgehog shoes. I wanted to have those like big ass shoes. I wanted like those look so cool. I don't want anything else. Like I genuinely thought that maybe I'm gonna go into a shoe store and I'm gonna find like some Shadow the Hedgehog shoes, okay? How was I in school? It was okay. honestly, compared to what happened later in Germany, it was good, okay? No, you know what? I was good in school. I mean, I think I was good in school. I stayed in school like until the 3rd grade, before we moved to Germany. Did I have friends there? No, not really. Again, because I wasn't really able to make a bond with those people because I wasn't allowed to do many things. I wasn't allowed to go and visit like the children after their school or like other way around. So like, you know, but people, again, because I was an artist, you know, I think it was easy for me to find connections back then because, you know, when children see someone like drawing, you know, like they don't shy away. Like they're gonna come to you and they're gonna like, oh my god, you're drawing? That's so pretty. So, and for me, I think it was also very easy to find friends in that type of way because like they would see me draw and then we would kind of start talking, right? Because I was always shy. I never approach people first. Like not because I don't want to, because I'm shy. I think another thing that I wanted to mention, like, I see people ask me all the time, like, you know what I mean, when did you start drawing? Like, when did you start drawing? Like, how many years did you have to take to find your own art style and stuff like that? And I'm like, I'm not joking when I say that I've been drawing my whole life. I remember I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, like, when did I start drawing? And she was like, as soon as I learned how to hold a pen, I started drawing. Like, and I do remember, like, I have like those like memories very deep down where I was in my room and I would just like have so many papers lying around me because I would like draw something and I would go to the next one. I wouldn't sit there and like drawing one picture for like 30 minutes. I would draw and I would instantly start another one, okay? So like I had like 20 pictures around me lying around. Again, bless my mom and dad. But like they never threw away my pictures. I don't know where they are now though, but like maybe they had to when we moved to Germany. But they definitely, like, when I was little, I never saw them like throwing away my stuff. So I knew my destiny. I knew what I was born for, you know. I'm pretty sure like that's the only reason I was born, just to create art, because there's nothing else I can do. That's the only thing I'm capable of. I've been like this my whole life. A little bit slow maybe because I just didn't really feel like I have to rush. Like, where is there a finish line? I don't know. So like I didn't feel like I have to know everything instantly. I mean, to this day I'm kind of like, maybe that's why I don't ask questions, because I don't feel the need that I need to know everything. Am I interested in things? Sure, I do find interest in a lot of things, right? Even if it's like mysteries that I don't know about. Do I need to know the answers? No, that's just how it is. Like, whatever. Besides like school and other stuff and hobbies, if I think, as I said in the beginning, I don't have many memories, like specific memories from my childhood back then, before we moved to Germany. But like one thing that I do remember, like a few things that were nice memories, like were very heartwarming memories. It's like, I remember just, I would do acrobatic, you know, and afterwards my mom would pick me up, and not always, but like sometimes we would go to a bakery, right? I think it was like a 10-minute walk to the bakery, and I remember I was so excited to go there. I was literally like, if I woke up and my mom would say, well, we're gonna go to the bakery, I was like the whole like my whole day I was excited. I was waiting for this moment the whole day, right? And I remember I would get my favorite like sweets. It's called, I don't know what it's called like in English, but in Russian it's called kartoshka. I really loved it, and it's like a little sweet, and then you have like a little cream on it, and I want to eat it right now actually. Ugh. Not only that, but I also got to drink a banana milkshake with that, and like, oh my god, it feels like, it literally, like, even like remembering about it, it feels like heaven, because like, it's so silly. I'm just eating a snack with my mom, but like it's one of my best memories, I swear to God. Before we moved, I remember my parents told me that we might gonna move to Germany. Honestly, I was excited. I wasn't upset at all. I was like, goodbye suckers, I'm going to Germany. I would go and take German classes in Kazakhstan. Spoiler, it did not help. I didn't learn anything at all. I did learn a few things about the culture itself, you know, like about the German culture and like their like festivals and stuff like that. That's the thing that I did learn in Kazakhstan. And that's why I was even more excited to go to Germany, because I would just see like those pretty houses, and I would see like different festivals and the food. I was like, oh my god, that's how we're gonna live. And let me just tell you, the area that I was living in Kazakhstan, it was like this, you know, the structure of the buildings, it was like brutal. Like, you know, I forgot what it's called. I think it's just like brutalism. I was living in that type of area, and the pictures that I saw of Germany looked like this, and it just, I felt like I'm gonna live in a fairy tale. That's what I thought, you know. So I was super excited. I guess good thing I didn't have any friends, because I didn't miss anyone. I didn't have connections with other children, so like I didn't have problems saying goodbye. I was really excited to leave Kazakhstan. Actually, I was very excited, because again, that's because I thought I'm gonna live in a fairy tale. I saw pictures of Germany and I saw the festivals, and I thought, I cannot believe we're gonna live there. I'm gonna be in a fairy tale, you know? It was not like a fairy tale at all. It was not. But after we moved, that's where the hard part started, because I didn't know any German at all. And since before I repeated my 3rd grade, I had to wait a year, and I had to learn German language for a year, because obviously, how are you gonna put me into school and I don't even understand what the teacher is saying, right? My teacher, she didn't know any type of Russian. So like, I'm sorry, the video just glitched and I don't have it anymore, but I put like a little bit gloss on my face to look more shiny, and I added lashes, but not too much, nothing too much. Yeah, I had a teacher who didn't speak Russian, so I kind of had to learn it in a different type of way. You learn even better language if you talk with people, you know, like, because when I joined school, hearing other kids talk, you know, the phrases that you use and stuff like that, you kind of get used to it. So you kind of start to adapt the way they talk, you know. So that was definitely like in school, that I think that was the time where I started to kind of meet new friends. Obviously, like, a lot of children were interested in me because I was drawing all the time, and they were like, oh my god, you have such pretty pictures, you know. I would get so excited. I would then go back home and I would draw like pictures, maybe like different animals, and then I would like print it. I would tell my mom to like print like 10 different examples of my drawing, and then I would bring it to school next day, and I would give it like to the children, you know, so that they can color it, you know. So I would basically draw the base, I would go home, I would like print it, and then next day I would bring it to school so that other children can color my pictures, you know. I don't know why, I was excited to do that. So, and they were excited too. They were literally like happy to do it. So I think that was kind of, again, my way to find friends, because there is no way I would have talked to them. My experience in Germany afterwards, how I got shaped into the person I am today, I'm gonna talk about probably next video. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, because that's a lot. That's a lot of good and bad things. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. I did my makeup. Also, this is my first time doing those type of videos, so I'm a little bit nervous, but we'll see. Have a great day, and take care of yourself, and get yourself a little treat. Okay, bye. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.